Okay. Alright, talking to Ace Keller. It's October 19th, 2012. We're talking about flying a Spearman PT 13 and tell about that, how you did a spin, please.
Oh yeah. Well, to enter into a spin, you first pull the airplane up into a stall, and with power on, so it'd be climbing and be almost vertical when I stalled. And then, just as it stalled, you push either the foot left rudder or the right rudder, whichever way you want to spin, all the way to stop, and pull your stick all the way back. So you had a stalled piece of equipment floundering around in the air, and you let it turn, you know, and it would go down.
Gravity would take over, and you just started coming.
Yeah.
And you'd spin.
And it turned, and then when you wanted to recover, push the opposite rudder all the way to the stop, go about a quarter of a turn, and then push the stick all the way forward and hold it until it stops spinning. And then as soon as it stops spinning, then you level it out and start flying again, and start slowing the airplane down.
Was there ever a chance that you might stop it be upside down? Or did you have that rudder would keep you?
Yeah, no, it would stay down. The center of gravity was always below the
Okay.
center lift,
Okay.
and that's what made it spin.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you're flying along and your center of lift is above the center of gravity, then it's like a pendulum.
Oh.
So your gravity is always underneath your center of lift.
Right.
So.
So then it would ride up, but then when you were doing it, then you give it the power.
Yeah, to start flying again.
Yeah.
Normally.
But
And that's when I discovered I didn't have, my throttle had come disconnected from the carburetor. And I had an idling engine about 1,000 feet above in the air, and no place to land. I looked right straight down, and there's a river down there, which turned out to be that river by what was the name of that town, Wanda? You were stationed out there?
Where at?
not Bakersfield, was it?
No.
We were stationed at
Out there where, well,
Anyway, it
It
was
was-
a river.
yeah, it was east of,
we were out on the island days.
no, it was east of, and I can look on the map and tell you wherever it is.
That's okay, we can find that. But so, just for a non-flyer, so when you came down, it was in idle.
Yeah,
You righted it. It was flying normally, but you had no power to keep on, so you were going to come down to the ground.
yeah,
No matter what.
right.
So you just found a riverbed and just
Yeah, power off, forced landing.
power off, force landing. You had a stick.
Stick, rudders, ailerons, elevators, everything but power. And
Not a scratch on the plane, huh?
no, and so anyhow,
So that was still at Keller-Raber,
yeah,
and that was with a Spearman.
yeah,
Did the Spearman, was it a biplane?
right,
Okay,
just like they are now.
all right.
PT 13 was its model number.
All right. So then, and
That
Was
that Spearman you and John saw, that was a PT-13.
yeah, that red one,
Yeah.
that was beautiful. Well, you did a great thing. So, what would you say? Why did you stay so calm? Are you just calm-natured and
Well,
you don't panic, or?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Scream.
No, nobody can hear you. And you know, you got that to work with. Hell, just keep right on working with it, right on down.
That's all right.
So, anyhow, after I finally landed, why I had to go someplace and
Good doggy. He's such a good
get a hold of a telephone to call
Sure.
the base, and they sent a guy out there, and they loaded the airplane up, took it back to the base on a
Who was was it a teacher, or who was above you at that time? Did he congratulate you on keeping a cool head and doing what you did?
Yeah. I forgot his name. I think his name was Palmer. He was a civilian instructor.
Oh my goodness, Dad.
So, anyhow, so then, about that same time, that's whenever I got notified that Bruce had been born. And of course, I had no idea what his name
That been
was.
off if he'd been killed that day.
What's that?
Yes, that would have been awful. That's right. That was the same day.
So anyhow, so I go in to see I had finished my
Everything.
there, and I had 2 weeks before I had to report to basic school, which was in Bakersfield, California,
All right.
Minter Field,
Okay.
MINTER.
All right.
And so I went in to see this civilian who had just been given a commission as a captain. Was a commandant, and he was not a pilot. And he was an officer only because that they gave it to him to give him the job. And he didn't know anything about military except that he knew he was in command. And
Not a very nice guy, right?
I said, I would like to get, I told him, I've completed everything, I'm finished, totally finished, and I'd like to have a 2-week vacation between now and going to Minter Field. And I had a guy who had just landed on the base that day, at a B-24, a 4-engine bomber, and he'd offered to take me to Memphis.
Wow.
And so this guy said, and in all his omnipotent judgment, Mr. Keller, of course I call all cadets Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Keller, it has been my experience that the father only has to be there for laying the keel, does not have to be there for launching.
What a guy.
What a wonderful guy.
So you just had to sit around for...
Yeah, I sat around there, and of course you couldn't telephone calls, you couldn't make telephone calls. You had to make appointments.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I'd write a letter to Mom.
Yeah.
And, say, I'm going to call on such and such a day, and at such and such a time, and give her tell her who I was going to call. I couldn't use their phone. I had to call. There was a certain.
You had to go to the telephone office.
Yeah.
Is that right?
They it had to be somebody that could use the radio and the telephone.
Okay, like a ham radio?
Yeah. And so I'd call the ham radio and get the guy on there and then tell him what, and then on the radio, and then he'd patch me in, Mom or whoever it did. I only did this about twice.
I see, because you had to write her, make a time with her to be at a certain place, and then you had to get in line, make sure you could,
Usually the telephone office had a phone there.
Did they? You worked at the phone
And they would
office?
make, well, no, that was years afterwards. But when he's talking about, you had to go to the telephone office. The telephone operator made the connection and told you to pick up the phone and talk. You could do it there.
Okay.
That was advanced. That was like.
That was advanced, yeah.
Look at this guy. You think he's not interested in what's going on?
Yes, oh, he's so cute. He's right in there. Hi, Pug.
Two
How you doing?
guys with the same nose.
Oh, cute nose. All right, good. Well, let's stop just a second.